How to edit text. This video is part of a 3-video series on how to edit text. This is a Tom's Tech Notes video. There are over 200 computer help and hobby videos on my channel page. If the video you are watching is part of a series, you should watch the series videos in order from the playlist on the channel page. To visit the channel, you can type this URL into your browser. You can search for TOMSTDA. If they appear in your video window, you can click my name, Thomas Wallace, my photo, or a clickable link. To be notified when videos are added or updated to the channel, click the red subscribe button and request email notifications. Part 1 describes basic text editing using the Notepad editor. Here's some background for editing. Notepad and WordPad are free text editing programs included with Windows. Microsoft Word is much more advanced word processing program, is part of the Microsoft Office bundle, and is not free. I use Gmail to send my email messages. Gmail and Facebook are both free web services. The clipboard is an invisible area in your computer where things are stored. When text or anything else is copied to the clipboard by pressing Ctrl-C or Ctrl-X, the item copied replaces what was previously on the clipboard. The clipboard contents can then be inserted or pasted into another document by pressing Ctrl-V. Delete operations with the backspace or delete keys do not affect the clipboard, and the clipboard is not cleared until you restart or shut down your computer. I've opened a copy of the script for this tutorial in the Notepad editor for this part of the tutorial. Many text editors have drop-down edit menus or command buttons. These are shaded and inactive unless you select a word. I selected a word that's down off the bottom of the window. I find it much easier to use a standard keyboard shortcuts for the commands, and the commands are Ctrl-Z to undo the last command, Ctrl-X to cut, Ctrl-C to copy, Ctrl-V to paste. There's a delete key, deletes selected text, Ctrl-F to find a word or phrase. The find next key or F3 shortcut will repeat the previous find. The Ctrl-H for replace, to replace a word or phrase. Ctrl-A to select all the text. As I said, I generally use the keyboard shortcuts instead of the commands, unless I can't remember what a particular command is. Here are the basic edit operations provided by Notepad. Locating the cursor. The cursor is the symbol that moves around the screen as you move the mouse. Sometimes it's hard to see on a text document. In Windows, if you press and release the Control key, it shows a decreasing circle around the cursor, so you can locate it. This feature can be turned on and off. To do that, click Start, type mouse settings in the search box, which is, I believe, below the area that's recording right now. So I clicked Start. In the search box, type mouse settings. When you type that, before you press enter, it will show a pop-up menu. In that menu, click the top entry, which is change mouse settings. In the window that appears then, you click pointer options, and then at the bottom of that window you check or uncheck this box that says show location of pointer when I press the Control key. If you make a change in this window, click OK. Since I didn't make a change, I will click Cancel. To find a word or phrase in a document, press Ctrl F, then type what you want to find. Before you click the Find Next button, you should select the start point for the search. I'll just click at the beginning of the text so it'll start the search there. Then click Find Next. Then it finds the first occurrence of the word background. If background shows up again, if you click Find Next, it'll find that. You can replace a word or phrase in the document also, and to do that, you press Ctrl H, type the word you want to find in the Find What box, type the replacement text in the Replace With box. It's already found it. If I click Replace, it will change background to backgrounds and then search again for the word background. And it did the change, and it gave me the message that says I can't find background. That means the second search for background it didn't find any more. I should point out that that second search for background searched from here to the bottom of the document, and there are no more background. If I reset the search at the top and search for background, it will find it in the word backgrounds, because it does contain the letters we're searching for. There are options on the Replace command. You can match case, or on the Find command, which says that when it's searching for the letters you want to find, if you check this, it'll only find background where all the letters are lowercase. If there was one capital letter in this phrase here, it would not find background. Another option is after it does a replace and it does the next find, it highlights where it found it. If you don't want to replace it there, you click Find Next. It'll just do another find. If you do want to replace what it found, you click Replace. It will replace the letters and do another find. At any point you can click Replace All. It will make the same replacement throughout the text. And of course you can stop at any point by clicking Cancel. I'll change this back. Inserting text. Just click where you want to insert and start typing or paste in something you've copied. I'm going to undo that. To delete a few characters, click to the right of the text you want to delete, then start pressing the backspace key for each letter you want to delete. Or you can click on the left end of this text and start pressing the delete key for each letter you want to delete. On Apple computers, the Apple delete key works like the Windows backspace key, and on the Apple, if you press function delete, that works like the Windows delete key, and that does take a time to get used to if you're going to use both computers. Selecting text. The remaining edit operations all start by selecting text. There are several ways to select text. To select a single word, double-click it, which means move the cursor over it, and press and release the left mouse button twice within a second. To select by dragging, move to the left of the text, press and hold the left mouse button, then drag over the text you want to select, and then release the button. That works in either direction. Press and hold the left button, drag over the text. You can drag over multiple lines. When you release, it selects everything you dragged over. Another way to select text is with the shift click. Click at the beginning of the text you want to select, push and release the left mouse button, then go down to where you want to stop the selection and hold the shift key down while you click. It will select everything from where you first clicked to where the cursor was when you pressed the shift click. One more time on that last one. Click at the one end of the text, move the cursor to the other end of the text, hold the shift key down while you click. It selects everything in between those 2 points. You can select the entire page by pressing Control A. Now once you've selected text, here are the operations you can use. To delete text, selected text, first select, then press the delete or backspace key. Going to restore it. Or you can select more than one word. Press the delete key. I'll restore that also. Now the way you restore it is you press Control Z to undo the last thing you did. You can replace text, select some text, and then start typing. I'm not going to do it. Select the text first, then start typing. The new text you type will replace what you selected. And if you had copied something previously, you can paste into and replace the selected text. We'll say that again, I think, in this tutorial. To copy the selected text, just select it and press Control C. If you're going to insert it somewhere else, I'll do that. I'll press Control C on this selected text. Then I'll click below the word watching. After the word watching, press Control V. That'll paste in what you just copied. Now I did copy it, so it is still there, but I need to delete it from where I just pasted it. To move selected text, it's pretty similar. Select your text you want to move, press Control X. That deletes the text and copies it to the clipboard. Now you can go down and click and paste it in with Control V. And again, I want to get rid of that. And I believe we said it earlier, if you want to copy some text, press Control C, and you want to replace some other text, select the other text first, but don't press Control C, and then press Control V to paste in the copied text in place of the second selection. Again, what you do is you select a chunk of text and press Control C to copy it. Then you select the destination text you want to replace, and then press Control V, and then the first copied text will replace the second selected text. And I mentioned earlier the undo undoes the last thing you did. So for instance, if I delete, I select and I press the delete key and I say oops, I didn't want to do that, press Control Z, it will undo the last operation you did. That's the end of this video. Once again, here are several ways to visit the Tom's Tech Notes channel page.